Our project is on caffeine and the recommended daily limits based on demographics, as well as the negative side effects of exceeding these limits. We will also discuss the difference between coffee and energy drinks. Caffeine is consumed by 85% of the adult population in the United States, with an average intake of 135 milligrams a day, which is comparable to about one 12-ounce cup of homebrewed coffee. Adults get their caffeine mainly from coffee. Adolescents get caffeine more commonly from soda and tea. Small amounts of caffeine have shown health benefits, including a reduced risk of developing liver diseases and cancer, Parkinson's disease, and gallstones or gallbladder cancer. An excessive amount of caffeine can be toxic or even fatal. Cardiovascular, psychological, and neurological events can occur at high doses of caffeine. 1.2 grams may cause toxic side effects, and 14 grams is considered deadly. The table shows sources and their milligrams of caffeine in the United States. However, actual content can vary between sources. In order to reach a deadly effect, around 75 to 100 cups of standard brewed coffee would need to be ingested. Because of this, toxic or deadly levels are usually achieved in the form of tablets or powdered supplements. The suggested amount of caffeine for adults is 400 milligrams a day. This is equivalent to about 4 8-ounce cups of standard homebrewed coffee, or 10 cans of soda. Children and adolescents are more sensitive to the stimulating effects of caffeine and have different recommendations. Any child under 12 years of age is encouraged to avoid caffeine. There are also lower daily caffeine recommendations for pregnant women, and they should limit their intake to 200 milligrams a day. Some medications may increase chances of adverse effects from caffeine. Exceeding the recommended daily caffeine intake may cause headaches, insomnia, nervousness, irritability, urination issues, fast heartbeat, and muscle tremors. Absorption of caffeine is typically complete after 45 minutes of ingestion, and blood levels peak between 15 minutes and 2 hours after absorption. It is spread throughout the body and capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier. The liver is primarily responsible for metabolism of caffeine, and it is eventually excreted in the urine. The half-life is around 2.5 to 4.5 hours in adults. Variation in half-life is due to genetics and developed tolerance in individuals. Medications may also affect the capacity of the liver to metabolize caffeine. Pregnant women metabolize caffeine significantly slower than other adults. The half-life of caffeine is about 15 hours for a pregnant woman compared to 2.5 to 4.5 hours for other adults. Because caffeine will pass through the placenta to the fetus, pregnant women should keep their daily intake under 200 milligrams of caffeine. More than the recommended amount may increase the chances of prenatal death or the infant being born with a lower weight. Caffeine affects children and teenagers more drastically than adults. Pediatricians recommend that children under 12 years of age do not consume caffeine, and at 12 to 18 years old, limit their caffeine consumption to 100 milligrams a day. An excessive amount of caffeine intake may lead to children and teenagers developing a tolerance and dependency. This may lead to withdrawal symptoms in the form of irritability or sleep issues. Children consume caffeine most often in the form of coffee or tea and sodas. Chocolate also contributes a notable amount of caffeine intake. Many studies have shown a correlation between child caffeine intake and sleeping issues. Higher caffeine intake has shown a connection with less sleep time, increased tiredness, and internalizing behaviors such as social withdrawal, attention-seeking behaviors, or dependency.
As you can see, we have split the demographic of caffeine consumption by gender and age. 50.8% of men consume caffeine daily, while only 32.8% of women consume caffeine daily. The age brackets we have broken up into are 18 to 24-year-olds, 25 to 39, 40 to 59, and 60 plus. As you can see, starting off with 47%, gradually going up to 68%, as the population ages, they are consuming more caffeine. The two main sources of caffeine are coffee and energy drinks. But how do they compare with each other? A 16-ounce Starbucks coffee is 150 milligrams of caffeine, while the same size Rockstar and Monster have 160 milligrams of caffeine. Energy drinks are known to be more dangerous. But why? They are drank at a faster rate than coffee, and this quick consumption creates a rapid heart rate. Energy drinks are also full of sugar and artificial flavorings. And finally, energy drinks are consumed by a younger population, and they are easily combined with alcohol, making it an intoxicating beverage that is hard on your system. Too much caffeine. Too much caffeine is harmful for your body. There's an increase of your chances of high cholesterol, kidney problems, osteoporosis, blood sugar issues, and heart disease. This can also dehydrate your body faster than any other drink. Have you ever had a lot of caffeine and your body is feeling jittery? Having that feeling every day is harmful for your organs and your system. There are plenty of healthy alternatives to keep your body rested and energized to conquer the day. Has a lot to do with your diet and staying hydrated. So that's my first tip. Stay hydrated. Also, start your day with a large, nutritious breakfast. Eat a high protein diet with plenty of healthy carbs such as grains and rice. And make sure to keep your body fueled with snacks throughout the day, constantly fueling your body. Another tip is to get enough omega-3 fatty acids and take plenty of vitamins. Also, eat magnesium-rich foods. And finally, get good sleep. A well-rested night of 8 hours is what the doctors recommend for a reason. It'll help you stay energized for your day ahead. Here are the references that we used. Thank you for watching our presentation. I hope you enjoyed.